Hey, powerful people. It can be easy to feel like a failure. And now failure is not only just a feeling, but it's a thing that we have to encounter in life. Failure is an opportunity to try something. If we're not failing, we know we're not trying. But that's different from feeling like a failure. Feeling like a failure can really bring us down in life. It can keep us from trying things. It can keep us from engaging with others because we don't want to talk about how we feel about where we are in our life. But what we have to remember is that we all hit success at a different point in our life. Some of us hit success early in our lives, like those kids driving around in Lamborghinis, living in mansions, and they're only 20 years old. And now that's kind of an out-of-the-box type of living that most people don't achieve in their lifetime. But maybe your success comes in your 30s or 40s, maybe even later in life. And now success looks like different things to all of us. To me, it's been hard for the last few years to feel like I've been successful because I've moved around a few times in the last few years of marriage, jumped between jobs. I haven't really ever had a stable income for more than 8 to 9 months. So it can really take a toll on us when we have these sort of moments. And for me, I felt like a failure a lot because I haven't been able to provide a stable life for my wife, and we haven't been able to settle in an area or explore like we want to because we haven't had the financial means to. And when I'm comparing myself to some of my friends who have started families and gone on adventures with them, or have stable careers in an industry that they know well and that the industry knows them well, and friends who are buying houses, all of these things that are kind of standard ways of measuring success in life, it's hard to feel like I'm succeeding. And maybe you're in the same boat, or maybe it's a little different, that you feel like a failure because your health is not great and you know what you need to do to change it, but you just can't seem to get in the routine to do it. Or maybe you're like one of my friends who had an unfortunate part of her life happen that she actually wasn't able to finish her GED program in high school. And she is now 30 and just finished it and now heading off to school for nursing. It can be easy in times like that to feel like you're a failure, that when you're 30 years old, you should have had your GED by now and been in the workforce. But she's proving that it doesn't matter when you succeed, it just matters that you do succeed and push through those failures. And now a big success story that is really cool is Colonel Sanders. We've all had a bucket of KFC chicken, whether that is a late night meal or a road trip food, or maybe just something you pick up for dinner because you're too lazy or tired to cook. Whatever it is, you probably know the name Colonel Sanders and KFC. Well, he actually didn't get his big break until he was in his late 60s. And up to that point, he had failed out of high school. He worked as a farmhand. He tried to become a justice of the peace and got kicked out of school because of an altercation. He owned a hotel that burned down. He owned a couple different restaurants that just didn't work out because of competition. And it wasn't until the 1,010th time that he pitched his chicken recipe that it was accepted. That's 1,009 times that someone said, no, you're not worth it. Your success isn't going to be from this product. But he kept persisting and pushed through. And even after that happened, it took him a few years to get KFC really off the ground. In a few years, he sold the business for about $2 million. And in today's terms, that's about $15 million. So in a few years, he built a $15 million business. And when he died, around the age of 90, there were about 6,000 restaurants in the world. And now that number has gone up to 18,000 around the world. So now success is not one of those things that we can achieve in a moment. It's one of those things we achieve in a lifetime. in a progress of trying and trying and trying and trying. So maybe if you're down on yourself because you feel like a failure, remember to pick yourself up, and that when you keep trying, even if your story is not the same as everyone else's, you will succeed. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, may not be this week, this month, this year, but you will succeed. Keep pushing, surround yourself with the right people. And if you like this sort of content, please like and comment below so I know that you're listening, and share any ideas of content you want to hear more about.